Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent, chase a chick, never chase a bitch, mask on.
Welcome to the Zono Sports Show, where you know Zonos. Now, obviously, it's the finals countdown. Y'all know that song. If you haven't, look it up. Golden State secures a spot in the NBA Finals, beats the Spurs last night in Game 4. Now, this Broom Gang, this Broom Gang's been running the streets, mean streets of Oakland for quite some time now. I mean, they ran through Portland the first round, walked over Utah, and then stepped on San Antonio's face. Golden State is primed and ready to be a well-oiled machine entering this finals, and I don't know who's going to do anything for them, regardless of who it is. We'll get to that in a minute. 9 days rest advantage on the East. These guys, by winning this game last night, put themselves in position to just sit back and chill, sip a few mimosas Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then get back in the gym on Saturday night. What if Kawhi does not get hurt in Game 1? People say, oh, the Spurs, that series might be 2-2. Honestly, I think they still win that series 4-1, even if Kawhi Leonard's healthy. Yes, he makes a big difference, but I think partly the big blowout that you saw in Game 1 was mainly because of these guys had already been resting because they put Utah to bed so early. They had enough time to watch a Red Box, grab popcorn, and chill. So I look at this team, this Warriors team, as this is the woulda, shoulda, coulda, ain't real competition. We can't talk about that, okay? This is an elite team. They've been elite all year. We knew at some point they'd hit a stride with KD, Chef Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, Iggy. Everybody would be hitting on all cylinders. We knew at some point this would happen. I think it's come to fruition so fast, and I won't even call it fast. I mean, you might as well call it a sprint because they ran to the finals 12-0, most games ever, consecutively won in the playoffs. But I look at people like JaVale McGee. Now, JaVale McGee, you've been balling, sir. That Game 3 performance that you put on in San Antonio, scoring 16 first-half points, I think Shaq might have got under your skin. He brought out that vintage Denver Nuggets JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee, why don't you keep balling like that, man? Maybe you get some big money the next few years in some free agency or something like that. Because I think Shaq, the comments that he made about you being a bum, it's pushed you to another level, made you start working again. Shout out to the Diesel. You should reach out to Shaq and actually thank him for giving you a little extra motivation because when people call somebody a bum, they got something to prove. And JaVale McGee has been playing like, hey, Shaq, I ain't no bum, and my mom, Pamela, doesn't got to talk on my behalf. It's between me and you. You just sit back on that TNT set, watch my game, watch me ball. So I respect you for that, JaVale McGee. He's the X Factor. He'll be the X Factor in the finals. Can he bang with either Al Horford or Tristan Thompson? Can he bang with Tristan Thompson if they do meet the Cavs? JaVale McGee, because they'll need you in the middle. Because Zaza Pachulia, he's got that heel, he's day-to-day, but I don't think he's athletic enough to even deal with Tristan Thompson. So, JaVale McGee, you're going to get a role in the finals. Will you shy away from the bright moment, or will you come out and ball? Chef Curry and KD, 65 points combined last night. This team has turned into what we intrinsically forecasted all along. This is no secret. This is nothing that's jumped on us. We expected Golden State to be this good at this point. We expected them to potentially sweep their way through a couple series, but not really 3. I mean, Kevin Durant, you messed up the competitive balance across the NBA. That's why a lot of people are mad at you. And I don't think Kevin Durant really cares. I think it's just about, I need to get this ring monkey off of my back because I've been playing 10 years, which I really honestly totally can't not sympathize with or empathize with, that may be the correct word to use. But Kevin Durant, you are somebody who, at this point in your career, will be remembered as the guy who chased the ring, broke up a championship team, didn't really win a championship unless you win one somewhere else. But I understand you want this for insurance on your Hall of Fame ballot, the NBA Finals champion. You want that. I understand that, but it's a little bit tainted, similar to the 2 championships LeBron won, because I only count the one in Cleveland. But that's for another day. Cleveland, let's get to some East talk. Cleveland just found itself in a dogfight on a brisk walk to the park. What they do, come out in Game 2, blow them out. Game 2, IT makes a Monstar comment prior to the game. Oh, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavs, they're not it's not like they're the Monstars. And what does LeBron do? LeBron and the Cavs demolished them by 40 points. And we thought both teams would be unscathed going to the finals, meaning Golden State and Cleveland, but that was not the case. This is not the narrative in this series. Game 3 comes around. Kevin Love turned up the love, and hits 7 of 10 threes in the first half. I mean, we looked at this game and said, you know what? This Cavs team, they're unstoppable. They're up 15 at halftime. Kevin Love's got the wet ball. LeBron's not even cooking up yet. But the game went on and progressed and progressed. What did we see? LeBron, he faltered. Didn't show up late in the game. He looked like the LeBron that was scared to take the last shot in Miami. He looked like the LeBron that was not playing back in 2007 against the Pistons that scored 27 of the last 29 points for the Cavaliers. LeBron was detached and uninterested at the beginning of this game. That's what it seemed like to me. His foot was off the gas, and Boston, what'd they do? Rev the Hemi. They go ahead. Avery Bradley comes down late in the game. They get it tight. What's he do? Game's tied 108-108. He shoots a 3 at the buzzer. It gets the bank action. It gets the bank action, and you can't even tip it in at .1. So the game was already lost once he made the shot. But LeBron, you being salty in post-game because he knew. LeBron, I don't understand why you'd be so salty in postgame, because you knew if you did not close this team out, meaning Boston, in 4 games, which you should have because you guys won by 40. So that tells me that you are exponentially better than Boston. If you had closed this game out, then you get to chill, you get to rest. LeBron's salty because what'd you do? You left work at the office, and now you got to show up early the next morning and get it done, or stay late another evening because you didn't finish your work. And that's what simply happened here. LeBron and the Cavaliers did not finish overtime work, or the work that they were supposed to do, so now they added to their workload. And now Golden State gets to sit back and chill, and it's up on you on days rest. So maybe you should just come to play next time, LeBron. Not defer so much to try to get people involved. I understand that you guys want to see Kevin Love from Minnesota. You want Kyrie to ball a little bit, which he played okay. But LeBron James, the 30-point performances that you had the entire playoffs, you got to have that sustained the entire playoffs and not take a game off. And that's why I say you'll never be Michael Jordan, because you take too many moments off when they matter. And you do it in the regular season. And what do they say? Practice like you play. And a lot of times, there's some games you don't play. Then when you get out there, basketball karma always comes back around. NFL-wise, shortening overtime today from 15 to 10 minutes. That's what the owners of the NFL have decided to do. More overtimes, that's what I'm thinking could come of this, because you shorten it to 10 minutes. I'm not a big fan of overtime in the NFL in the first place, because they have ties. I don't think in 2017 there's too much technology, too much social media, too many innovations for us to still be tying. It's a win or lose society. Come on, NFL. What are you guys, living in the Stone Age? No OT or play like college. Either or. I don't want to see teams strategically trying to move the ball in a way where we can get to overtime. If you guys go to overtime, even if the team scores a touchdown, change that rule. Let somebody else get the ball back so they can try and score a touchdown themselves. Let both teams get an opportunity, meaning play like college. But I'm not sure if the owners will fix this issue. They say they're going to keep it from 15 minutes to 10 minutes. But, that reduction in minutes, I don't know how that increases the entertainment value of the NFL. But, yeah, I thought we were going to find a way to shorten football games, not make them longer. But I guess this is the way to shorten it. I mean, why not just do a sudden death? I don't understand it. Sudden death, not sudden death necessarily, but both teams get an opportunity to exert their will on the opponent, meaning score a touchdown, not just game over. But I don't make those rules. They don't hire Zonos, so I can only say so much. NHL-wise, Nashville Predators, they maintain the home ice edge. They've been balling all playoffs. They've only lost one game at home. They're like, 12-1 at home or 11-1 at home in the playoffs. They win the West last night against the Anaheim Ducks. Who will they see? Sidney Crosby or Erik Karlsson? That's going to be interesting, because this Ottawa Penguins series, it's going to come down to possibly a Game 7. So make sure that you pay attention to these NHL playoffs, because they're getting good. They're getting good. Baseball over this Memorial Day weekend. Make sure you watch some good games. Also, if you haven't seen it, one thing I saw this past Sunday, the Ryan Leaf story is worth a watch. You know, I actually want to work on a story here in the city of Louisville, the Lee McGee story. And I'm so glad and so pleasured that I got permission from his mother, his family, to do this. Central High School basketball star who was unfortunately killed in an incident back in March. And when I saw his passing on Facebook, all I saw was so many people being so vociferous about what his athletic abilities were when he was living, when he was young, what type of football player he was, what type of basketball player he was. Oh, bro, he was cooking. That's all I said. Oh, bro, when he got on that field, we all looked like, boy, that's all I heard. So I took it upon myself to potentially embark on a journey to connect with some of these people in the city of Louisville and produce a wonderful documentary about his athletic endeavors and what maybe he could have been. The Lee McGee story is what it will subhead, but we'll have a title for you. But just stay tuned for that project. I'll be working on that all summer. Now, the Ryan Leaf story was definitely worth the watch because, as you all know, Ryan Leaf got drafted, and then he was somebody who subsequently exiled himself from the league by getting in trouble. Painkillers, went to jail, had to rebound his life, didn't have a great NFL career, but now he's telling his story, telling people about the mistakes he made and who he was as a person and how he's grown. So I really liked watching that. Next show, I got some juice for you next week, next Tuesday. I'll be out of town Thursday for the holiday, going to Kansas. Check me out on Instagram, @ZonoSport. I think I'm supposed to be stopping at the University of Kansas, or Kansas University, whatever they call it out there, to see in Lawrence, of course, Fog Allen. Of course, that stadium that they don't win a lot of games in for the football team. But I will be in Kansas, so there will be no Zonos this Thursday. But next Tuesday, I got you. Right after Memorial Day. We got a lot to talk about. Enjoy it, Zonoers, and keep up with me, okay? Keep up with me. Thank you all for watching the Zono Sports Show. No show Thursday, where you know Zonos.